When we talk about my grandfather, Eli Lane, it's hard not to talk about his favorite things. One of these things was me. I can't, however, take too much credit for this. As many of you well know, grandchildren have the inside track. His desire to enable every opportunity for me was there when he started a college fund for me upon my birth. I enthused as only a 3-year-old can when he bought me 18 Berenson Bears books in one outing, which I believe, despite a childhood of ravenous book collecting, remains a personal record to this day. He did so much to open up the world for me, and I tried to bring the sort of joy to his that only a grandchild can. I did so in continual awareness for at least the last 16 years that his body was very fragile, and the next time he entered the hospital could be the last. For at least 10 years, I'd figured that he had about 2 years to live. And he just kept going and going, adjusting to every new challenge that came his way. I think back to 2001, which was the year in which he was unable to attend my sister's bat mitzvah because he was sick. In that same year, the tax cut bill was passed, which was to reduce the estate tax to 0 in 2010. This prompted me to consider the odds that my grandfather would survive until 2010, and the idea seemed incredibly far-fetched. Maybe 1 chance in 100, if that. Of course, we all know that he made it to 2010, and even into this year was continuing to enjoy the movies, performing arts, and intellectual conversations he so enjoyed. He was able to keep going as long as he did through some of the best medical care in the history of the world, a lot of luck, tireless effort from Grandma Harriet and caretakers, and most notably, his own incredibly strong-willed discipline that enabled him to do whatever he needed to do in order to keep up the life he desired as long as possible. It has meant so much for all of us that he was so dedicated to living that he spent thousands and thousands of hours going through his daily regimen of inhaling, wearing his vibrating vest to shake and bake, and I don't even know what else. He had to go through all this hassle in order for us to enjoy his company. But I wouldn't describe his motives as altruistic. He was a lover of life and wanted to keep on going in a way that is so much more meaningful for someone for whom that required so much effort. Among his attributes, most personal to me, was that he was the most reliable audience for my humor. I felt like I could always make him laugh, particularly given his depression-inspired preoccupation with all things financial. He might have appreciated the irony of having a memorial service on tax day, synthesizing Benjamin Franklin's 2 inevitabilities of life. He was an audience I was privileged to have, and an audience I will dearly miss. Thank you.